I feel like whenever I watch YouTube videos of creators, readers, energy readers, tarot readers, whatever it is, astrologers, there's this expectation that they show up in a way that is very put together and that they give me an answer that I'm looking for. And I feel like there's this resistance on a collective level to sharing the messiness of the human existence. Even on social media, it's like everyone is posting, most people, not everyone, but most people are posting that content that feels palatable or that shows off something about their life that they feel proud of or that they feel is something that will help them to receive validation in some kind of way. This external validation. And there's a big part of me that has been searching for that external validation as well for a long time. But as I release that and as I move closer to giving myself that validation, which my mind didn't know this, but that's what my inner self, all my parts have been looking for this whole time. Because it was me who's been perpetually hurting myself since I was however old. Sure, maybe I learned to be unkind to myself from someone in my life who was meant to be trustworthy and loving, and maybe they weren't. They definitely weren't. And so then I learned that that's what I deserved. But I'm the one who perpetuated that. I'm the one who allowed that narrative to become my truth. And I'm not saying that as a blame. I'm not blaming myself. I'm empowering myself in that I can now choose something different. And I don't live in the past. I live right now. This is when I'm alive. This is right now. Right now is all we have. So anyway, getting back to the concept of being perceived, there's a certain amount of vulnerability that I have achieved within the self, with myself, for myself. And so now sharing that publicly feels more feasible. And it doesn't matter if you like it or not, if you enjoy it or not. However, I would imagine that it would be more fun to hang out with someone who's being themselves. And sometimes I don't feel like I can be myself. But I really feel like I can be myself with you. So thank you for receiving me. And yeah, I don't know what the right way to do things is. And I really feel like being messy is something that people actually genuinely appreciate. And whenever people on social media or celebrities or whoever it is that's getting seen on a public platform, typically them being completely genuinely themselves and not worrying about what other people think is what people really feel drawn to. And the reason is not because, oh, that person's so amazing, good for them, I'm so glad that they're being themselves. It's, I see myself in that. I see my true self in that person being their true self. That is the most beautiful part, in my opinion, about being alive, is getting to experience the fullness of self through ourselves, but then also through the reflections of our experiences and through the reflections of those in our life. Getting to experience the fullness of my light through my own experiences, but especially when I get to experience that light in another person. It's so beyond special. It just lights me up from the inside out just to think about it. I'm not even thinking about anyone in particular. I mean, kind of, but like not really. That's the power of love, baby. That's the power of love. Anyway, I'm not trying to get preachy over here. I'm just trying to say that I would like to go about my life in the way that I present myself to the world in a genuine, authentic way. And authentic is a word that I feel like is unfolding for me. Because to be authentic is to be who you are right now. The most authentic version of you is who you are right now, being yourself. So maybe in 10 years, I'm way more connected to these parts of myself that have been hiding or felt rejected or haven't been loved fully yet. And maybe I'm like wild and don't care at all what anyone thinks. Confirmation burp. It's coming for me. It's coming for me. Throat chakra for sure. Throat chakra opening. So maybe that's me in 10 years. Maybe that's me in a year. Time isn't linear, so I'm not keeping track. But all that to say is my most authentic self is right here in the present moment. So it's not some unattainable or future-oriented perspective or representation or version of me. It's not something outside of me. It's already here right now. And even if you want to say like, okay, well, like maybe I'm not experiencing it to the fullest extent in this exact moment, but it's available to me in this exact moment. And so however much I'm accessing in this exact moment is exactly how much I'm meant to be accessing in this exact moment. And everything is energy. And so if I'm attuning to a frequency, when I say me, I'm talking about anyone. If we're attuning to the frequency of our most highest and authentic self, then that is what we are attuned to. Like, energetically, that's where we're at. You don't have to look, it's not going to look like what it looks like for everyone else. But that spark, that genuine, that life spark that lives inside of someone being completely and utterly themselves, there is nothing else like it. It is special. And a lot of times people can be put on a pedestal for that. But it is not unattainable, and it is not something that even needs to, like, it doesn't need to be thought about. No amount of thought will get you there. It's actually the opposite. Remove the thoughts. I mean, you can't really do that. So let's maybe try something different. Soften. I wrote in my journal earlier, I am not striving, I am softening. I am softening, and the more that I soften, the more ease I experience. And the more ease that I experience, the more present I feel. Because the present moment is just what is. I don't have to fight for it. You're not meant to fight to be alive. You're not meant to try so hard to be alive. Not just you, me too. I'm saying this for all of us. We don't need to work so hard to be alive. We're exactly where we're meant to be right now. Already whole and complete. Everything is whole and complete. You are pure abundance. And still there are parts of me that are striving. There are parts of me that are seeking and searching and looking outside of myself to achieve some sort of outcome or some sort of feeling, or parts of me that believe that if I do things in a certain form and fashion and system and process and structure, that it will get done and it will reap certain rewards and results. But what's more rewarding than this feeling that I'm experiencing right now? And why wouldn't I instead, you could say strive, but why wouldn't I instead soften into the feeling right now? I already feel perfect, whole, and complete in this moment. And if you're feeling that too, we're twinning. We're literally twinning. Yeah, this is awesome. Because maybe no one watches this video. Like, that's how fully in acceptance you have to be in order to really actually fully realize that you can enjoy every single moment. It sounds so, it's not easy, but it's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. It gets easier though. Oh my God, it used to feel completely impossible. And I know you relate with this. It used to feel impossible, didn't it? Like, give yourself a pat on the back. Because if you know how to soften into the present moment, you've got it. You've literally got it. You're set. And all it takes is remembering to go from the mind into the heart, and you're good. I mean, you're always good. But like, you don't have to be feeling the stress all the time. We only ever feel stress all the time because we're letting the mind run it in loops and circles. Give the mind a different job. Give your mind the job of creating a cool story about, dragons. That was very personal. So maybe that doesn't apply to you. But if you want to create a story about dragons too, you should definitely do that. That would be awesome, and you should definitely tell me about it because I'm really interested. But maybe you want to set your sights on quantum mechanics, or maybe you want to do a bunch of research on, you could do research on. You could do research about how to dismantle the victim triangle. What is it called? The Karpman triangle. Karpman. The victim, perpetrator, rescuer triangle. The drama triangle. That's what it's called. But those are the three corners. Victim, perpetrator, rescuer. This triangle I think I'm going to have to make a video on this. I think. Yeah, what is the mind now? When it feels expansive and exciting, I will create a video about it. Maybe that's never, but never say never, Justin Bieber. But yeah, I don't feel like I've given my mind enough jobs lately. So she's been on the hamster wheel lately. And you know what? I'm grateful for it because it really feels like it's a part of the cycle. It is a part of the cycle. We have to forget to remember, and we constantly forget, and we constantly remember, and every time we remember, we're coming around the spiral, and we're getting closer and closer and closer and closer and closer. Never, ever, ever are we ever in the same place. You are not exactly where you were 5 minutes ago. Do not ever believe that you could ever be in the same place. When we feel stuck, sure, maybe there's stagnant energy, maybe there's a lack of flow in some areas, but you are not the same. So just had to say that for somebody. Somebody needed to hear that. It's easy to forget, but remember, get it? But remember that you're meant to forget, that it's okay to forget because that's part of it. When I say it, I don't exactly know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, the cycles of life. You guys, sometimes I don't know how to end a conversation because the conversation's just too good. But sometimes that's okay. I think that's what we're talking about today, is that it's okay. Everything is good. However you do it, however you stumble upon it, however you walk right into it, however you trip over it, whatever it is, no matter what you're doing, how you're doing it, no matter how you are being. And that's all that matters. You are enough. You existing, you are perfect, whole, and complete. And thank God you exist, because we need you, because you are the most important part. Oh my God. The most important part. And when I say that, I mean it. I mean it. I know it sounds incorrect. I know that it sounds incorrect, but feel into this with me for a moment. You are the most important part. You are equal to all the other parts. So every single part has equal value, is equally important. I know this isn't difficult to understand on a cognitive level, but like, feel into that, because your inherent value is everything. It is not just one piece of a puzzle. Or like, maybe it is. Maybe it's like you're a facet, but you're also like, in just as much as that, if not more, you're everything. You are the quantum field. You are pure consciousness. So basically, you're the most important part. So please, please remember in this moment how effing powerful you are, how absolutely incredibly important you are, simply because you are. You are. You are. There's nothing you could do for that not to be true. Why let the mind run in circles trying to figure out your worthiness or what makes you unique or special, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter. It's all stories, blah, 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 blah. What matters is that you are all, like, it's already true. So why would we try to reason with it? Someone says to you, love is the most powerful love is the most powerful force for change in the world. And you look at them and you go, I just don't know. I mean, like, you could say that, but you could also say, bitch, I'm so sorry for calling you that. Sorry, I got I'm not sorry. You're bestie at this point. Do not, just don't, okay? Just don't. Silence the mind. Tell her thank you. Thank you so much, but actually, you're not qualified. You're not qualified. Bestie, you're not qualified. Not you, your mind. See, you're not your mind. Remember that. You're not your mind. Mind, hello? Hi. I really appreciate you putting in the time and effort and work and doing your best. You're doing your best. And that's all you can do, right? Like, we really, really can only do our best. And I'm here to tell you that you're good. We actually already have someone doing that job, and they're really, really good at it. And they're like super qualified. They've been doing it for a really long time. And regardless of how long they've been doing it, like, they were made to do it. Oh, I didn't mean to knock my mic. They were made to do it. So because of that, I would like to assign you a different job, one that you didn't apply for, but now it's a new job. Because the original job was to be the survival mechanism. And we're evolving past that now. The mind does not need to be in survival mode anymore. This is what we're getting to. Thank you, mind. You did a great job. But like, here's a different job. I guess I gave my brain a pretty good job tonight. We've been talking it out, getting the words out, And honestly, I'm so proud of her. We did it. We redirected, focused on truth, and now we created something to share. We co-created with you. We created this conversation. And truthfully, that's what the mind is really good for. It's great for organizing. It's great for creating structure when it's needed. And like we need the mind. We need the mind. We need the brain. We're not meant to be rejecting it. We don't need any more shadow, okay? We have enough shadow. We have exactly as much shadow as we do light. We don't need to keep rejecting parts of ourselves. We can integrate that. We would love to integrate that. That would be so lovely and hot and gorgeous. Please, can we integrate that? Yes, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. It's unfolding perfectly at the perfect pace, and we don't need to force anything. Continue on your path. This is just a check-in to let you know you're doing a great job. Keep going. You're exactly where you're meant to be. You're already whole and complete, and I love you. And I cannot wait to continue unfolding with you on this journey toward this present moment. Oh wait, we're already here. Oh wait, huh? So now you get to enjoy it. And I hope you do. I hope you do. Until next time.